Ooh, what's going on? We're right back into it. Let's investigate again. Yes. No. Yes, no. February 23rd. Case. Was this 2 days after the murder? It happened 21st, right? Yeah. Alright. Back to offices. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Yeah, me too, honestly. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? So the victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. Right? At the prosecutor's office. The parking lot of the prosecutor's office. Thanks, Phoenix, yes. Oh, and the police, the evidence room, yeah. Sorry. I'm hooked on coffee right now. I'm a little ahead of myself, I'm not gonna lie. What's this? And the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Ooh. Which means if Edgeworth did arrive with Detective Goodman in his trunk at 5:12, that means someone had to have killed Bruce Goodman, like, at 4:30, 4:45? That's crazy. And he bled out in his trunk. That is nuts, bruv. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. But she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, I had a burp coming on. Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. You look like, what's-her-face from Overwatch? Let's go. Science awaits us. God damn, we're back here again. I hate this place. I do not like this place. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Dude, my theory is tight. Like, it's proving itself over time. Look at Bruce Goodman. He kind of looks, if he was bald, he would look like Paul's Hardware with that little goatee he's got going on. Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Oh, okay, he's being sarcastic. Dude, I love Phoenix Wright. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum. Was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister? Erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just... we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Heh. Why are you laughing? Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't drink yet. I can't even drink yet. We're testing blood stains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses. Oh, are this supposed to be like UV glasses? Like, blacklight glasses? Huh? Dude, everyone says huh in this game. I have a preset on Premiere Pro that's titled huh. For whenever someone says huh in Ace Attorney. You had an extra pair of those things? That hurts my eyes. To test for blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? A little puff. Press enter to spray it on. I don't know why it doesn't say A. I'm playing with a controller. Okay, let's find us some blood stains. That's very odd to say in like that voice. Bro. Bro! I found some blood, bro. I'm getting epilepsy. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a blood stain? It's so... Ugh. Emma, you're shaking. It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Oh, okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course? What's odd about this? Scientifically. The amount of blood. If this dude got stabbed up in the chest, he would be bleeding profusely. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little bit more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to be more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans where we found the blood stain, okay? Oh, shit. See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah. And this stuff's pretty handy, too. I saved up all my allowance to buy that. Oh, God. Solution used for scientific investigation finds blood traces. Spray to use. For one very proud-looking Emma Sky. My coworker has the same initials. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Oh, true. True. Facts. Let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah. It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this spray on anything... Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. I guarantee you this is Marshall. Detective Marshall. Ha. Ooh, she's back. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star. You only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. Ooh, that looks fire. I'm always excited to see what lunch she hands out now. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. If you know what I mean. I need to talk to you, bro. You're a pain in the ass. You certainly put me on a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but no, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Gotta wait for the music to die down. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Huh? I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? Detective Star. So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies, you know? I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I drag the dirt out of their mouths of suspect after I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect, and before long, they called me the Cough-Up Queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. They low-key kind of flame. Like, very low-key. And you were let go? Fired? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one day. Let go. Prosecutors let me go. It's all because of that case, the SL-9 incident. Oh, brother. Can you say full circle? Things are, like, becoming apparent very greatly, dude. Let's get it. SL-9? Wait, she doesn't mean... What do you think about this? The SL-9 incident? It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. No, I don't know. That's interesting, thank you. I'm gonna forget that later. Really? That knife was evidence from that case. Excuse me. The murder weapon. It was due from transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL-9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL-9 incident? Bro, like, you said that out loud. Can she not talk to you? Slide to the left. Can I spray something? I need to talk to you, ma'am. Please, ma'am. Lana. Ugh. Looks like Miss Sky is in questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine? How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Kant say that they'd arrested a suspect and that he did? He did! Let's come back later. Fuck. Yes. Look at the mascot, bro. The blue badger. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. Ugh, it makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up, or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. We don't need it. We don't need it. Let's get it. What time is it? It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. Is it though? The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room. The scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we've got at the front desk, Here it is. She's like a kid at an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. The guard station. Whoa. Detective Marshall, bro? Detective Marshall, bro? Look at all that liquor he's got up there. That booze. I don't know the difference. I don't drink, bro. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime? It sure seems that way. Oh. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is if this is a guard station, where's the guard? He's probably on the floor, drunk. I have a feeling I know who he is already. Let's examine a little bit. Texas. Look, on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap or something. A trap? Here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed. Yeah. Sure have an active imagination. Yeah. Dude, liquor? Look at all this booze, bruh. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. Why can't we just hack this shit and find out who did it? There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says, recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and went out of here. Can we do that now? Please? Please? Yipes! These sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell, with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. I'm not sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. Dang, that's kind of deep, actually. That's kind of deep. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. Looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy? A paunchy? A pinchy? I know. A poochie. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Alright, dude, let's go to the evidence room. Let's go. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Detective Gumshoe! Detective Gumshoe. Where are you at, sir? I think I looked at everything. The swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch! I'd say it'd be more of a yeah myself. Alright. Well, we're not getting in through there. We need some help. We need some help. Yep. You ask that out loud. She's not telling you more? Someone used a marker to write their name on this. I'm a Sky. Don't tell me you bring this in with you everywhere you go. Well, you never know where something might go down. It's just the kind of a world you think we live in, bro. You're crazy. Alright. Could you take a look at this? Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No. Yeah, no. Can I not use... Oh, spray. Here we go. Ooh! Ooh! What does that mean? No! What does that mean? No! This blood must be from when Lana... No! My sister isn't the murderer! But she did call you, didn't she? Yeah, from her cell, though. From her cell. And her right hand is bandaged. Hey, just whose side are you on? This has nothing to do with taking sides. So, this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. This just keeps getting worse. It's a good thing this, like, doesn't run out of liquid. You know? And before it actually does, and I get, like, in trouble. I'm spraying everything. I don't care. Edgeworth, dude. I need to talk to you, dude. Oh, but Edgeworth's thing is also 1202, which, if you flip upside down, is, like, 2021. Or that would make it 2021. 1221? 221? Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. Fuck. I'm sure he's off doing other important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. Nope. Nope. I want to spray, bro. Spray. Please, bro. Let me spray, bro. Okay. Maybe we gotta... Hey, hello? That must be the chief of detectives. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Detective killed in the evidence room. Tell no one outside the police department. No! I told that old lady at the restaurant everything. Oh, God. Someone's getting a demotion. Damn. It must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. I know. The killer used dry ice. If you put it between the latch and the door, the room could be sealed shut. This is good. I'll win a writer's award for sure. He's not writing a report. He's writing a novel. No wonder they don't get shit done around here. So this is the police mascot, is it? The Blue Badger, the future star of the police force. The design's a little changed from the one outside. Ah, well, the dancing Blue Badger, trademarked, is still under development, you see. You have it trademarked? Absolutely. It's cutting-edge stuff. Very now. I showed this doll here to my daughter, and she burst into tears. Don't show her the moving mock-up outside, then you'll give her nightmares. Flaming, low-key, like I said. Nope. No, let me actually examine again. The Blue Badger is still writhing around today, huh? This is so... Let's just give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out its batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. That is hilarious. Look, the patrolman saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. Oh, this is different from yesterday. You idiot. What were you thinking? Where's your head? Sir, it's right here, sir. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was showing the detective where his head was. Oh. They make a good pair. Okay, never mind. It's not any different, really. Can't I just use Detective Bruce Goodman's ID thing? We have this. Can't we use it to enter the thing? Dude. Use it. How do we get a hold of, Marshall, then? That's who we need, yeah? I feel like I need to talk to you more, but I don't know what to present to you, you know? Can you take a look at this? Yes, you said you wanted some hot tea? No, not really. Can you please tell us more about this SL-9 incident, please? Pretty please. Oh, that's how I do it. Okay. Hold up. Okay, now let's actually go to Edgeworth's office, right? Go to examine, go to court record, go to this, go to spray. We're about to find some blood. I said we are about to find some blood. Please. Yo! What? It looks like some blood is dripped down here. Judging by that amount, my guess it's from a nosebleed. A nosebleed, Maybe in his wrath, Mr. Edgeworth slapped someone for their incompetence? Why does Detective Gumshoe's face come to mind? Holy shit! Is there any more? Okay, there's obviously no more here. We need to go to the guard station. Now. No. Court record. Court record. Spray. Man, I got excited. Come on, give me something. Shoot! Okay. Where else could we spray at? I feel like we gotta talk to somebody. Excuse me. If we go to the guard station, we go to there, it says, they say we need to talk to somebody to get in there. Who do we talk to? There's no one to talk to. The only person that's available is Angel Star. We can't do anything in criminal affairs, really. We can't really talk. We can't talk to anybody. That's about as red as a sports car can get. Yep, it's pretty red, alright. Body was found in Edgeworth's car trunk. And the lock on the trunk was broken, too. So the question is, why did Miss Sky why did Miss Sky chose his car? Choose? That's a typo. I got you, Capcom. I got you. So what model car is it? I think it was called a sedan, or a coupe, or something like that. Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things. Maybe it is about time I got my driver's license. Yeah. That's where we found that note. 221 SL-9. The SL-9 is here. Case that was due for transferal the day of the murder. And the detective in charge of the case was the victim. I wonder what type of case this SL-9 incident thing was. It's kind of hard to guess just knowing the case number. You know what would really help? If we could talk to her more, huh? Come on. You're a detective? Yes, a long time ago, 2 years. They coughed it up, they confessed, babbled, yep. They got lunch, yep. Well, and they called me the cough-up queen, hell yeah. You were let go, yep. Primer, yep. Coughed it up. Yep, SL-9, yep. Oh my god, bro. Can I not present her with anything else? Like, I hate when I get stuck up on something. That shit's whack. I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cough-up queen, right? We found this ID card here in this parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. Can we talk? Can you take a look at this? Yes, you ordered hot tea, right? No, I didn't. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. What? But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime. I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Oh, you know what? I guess it is like the first time we're seeing her after that whack testimony, so we should probably just question her on everything. I probably should have been doing that this whole time, huh? Just like that time. That time. Talk. Yes! Let's get it. That incident really opened my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. There's Marshall and Goodman and whoever that is on the bottom left. She looks much different too. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. Oh, they forged shit. So, they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Wow. Executed. Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any clearer than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay, okay. Things are coming together a little bit. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well. Detective Marshall? Let's get it. Let's get it. Oops. I mean, Patrol Department Security Detail Officer Marshall. He's not even a detective, he's an officer. Oh my god. Let's go. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then, it was over. He was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL-9. Yawning. There was another side to that case. A hidden side. That's what we were after now. I didn't read that right at all. And no one up in their fancy offices could stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell... There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on the SL-9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie. What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Ooh, you know what? Man, I'm hungry. After this, I'm about to go get some food. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat.
Received from a star, excellent for putting Officer Marshall in a good mood.
Miss Star? Officer Marshall, is he your... are you his... Are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too, back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. A real player, as it seems. Let's go try and find some people. Yep. Nope. Oh, This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Please! Huh? Wasn't that...
Let's go! One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you.
Detective Gumshoe! What's happening?
Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland.
Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale.
Shit.
I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking.
Now's no time for despair.
Oh, he'd be a good Danganronpa character.
We've caught our criminal. Now we need evidence.
The criminal? You mean...
You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal?
Yeah. Hello? On the same day the detective was going to the parking lot and the detective was going to the police department? And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? You know, there's a suspect, just arrested him, in fact. Okay. Spill the beans, Gumshoe, let's go!
It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everyone's topsy-turvy.
But Detective Gumshoe, who was it?
Listen, pal. All I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly.
Wait, don't leave.
If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry.
It's a dude.
Later.
He ran off to the evidence room. Oh, I'm staying up late. I'm yawning. Well, this investigation is off to a running start, isn't it? Evidence room. No. What, you said, detention center. Yes? Yes. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Just not to go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. Ow. Ow, my ears, actually. What the f*** was that? Yeah, I do. Oh, I had a feeling it was Officer Weekends, bro. I had a feeling it was Officer Weekends. Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me? A perpetrator? I'd say I'm perpetrated against Sir. That's what I'd say. Hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. I'm not going to read that. Yeah, we got your report, sir. Officer Meekins. So you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report. No, sir. How should I say this? Wait, is he... You, Officer Meekins, you did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Oh my god, I'm gonna be here for a long time. What's up, bro? Okay, I don't need that every single time I talk to you. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir. Sir! Ow. I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. Calm it down. I had some business that day, sir. So I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So, normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir. Because the evidence is in the evidence room, sir, huh? Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? All of a sudden, his attitude changed. Look at him now. Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person? What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? I'm so happy I'm doing this when I'm, like, by myself. If I had family in the house, they'd be like, are you okay? I'm just recording. After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could do to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand. You know what? I keep thinking these things, but I don't say them out loud. I don't understand how they could be connected, though. It's her right hand and his left hand. How could that work? I don't know. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first. Tell us how you hurt your hand. Or the victim. First, I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir! If you have to label me as a perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim! This dude is dumb loud. I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive and well at that. Ah, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Yeah, well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him? Sir? I work in a tiny department, devoid of light or other creature comforts. What? I don't know any detectives. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. Or at least... I'm tired, dude. This is funny to me. I'm trying to stream this morning, too, dude. Come on. I gotta go to bed in like 3 hours. About your hand? Did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, Don't you think you could just confess, please? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell you the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed the knife at me, I just hollered, sir. Okay, when the detective pointed the knife... Goodman? Dude, did the tables get turned on Goodman? And the next thing I know, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were... Huh? Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. I knew it. I called this shit back during the trial. That's wrong. I think I called it back when I was investigating. The start of investigating. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? Huh? That's some story. Do you recognize this, sir? Sir. Officer Meekins, this is for you. Eek! I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay, I just wanted you to... That's it, sir. Last night, sir, that's the one. I was an apple, sir, in my dream, and I was... My nose is kind of stuffy. It's kind of making it hard to do these voices. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. What about this one, huh? Sir Meekins, this is for you. Eek, I'm scared of knives. It's okay, that's it, sir. That's the one. I was peeling an apple. Okay. Okay. Move. We need to go to... Oh my gosh. Let me go back to the detention center. I feel like I gotta keep talking to this man. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir! That's it! That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card was the cause of all of it. Or was cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir! That's exactly it! Nothing could be more exact, sir, nothing! I better pry into this one a little deeper. Holy fuck, bruh. Alright, can you please tell me what it is you remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looks suspicious? Oh, God. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir! That's what I've been trying to tell you! So you asked Detective Goodman to show you his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me! What? Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him. Do unto others before they do unto you! My father's own words, sir! What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that you were arrested? What do you mean, Emma? Well, let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. And then the victim, whom he met at the crime scene, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. Did I not say this earlier? Or in the previous video? We don't even know that this person was Detective Goodman. Okay, let's keep going. That's what I need to do. I need to start writing this shit down. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. I'm pretty sure I said the same exact shit like the previous video. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here. They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. This is a setup. Who is this? But you don't remember the events clearly. No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime, I swear to stamp out, it's here, it's me, it's on the tape!
Emma, let's get over to the guard station now.
And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, I'm really, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge, I don't deserve it. No, thanks. I have my own, dude. I guess we better go check out the crime scene. Let's go! Move! Let's get a move on. Let's go. Let's go. Bro. 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 Is this not where we need to go? You know? I'm confused. You just told me to go to the guard station, no? Where am I supposed to go? Where's Officer Marshall? I need to give him his lunch. Actually. Where would he be? I know you're going through a tough time, blah blah blah. There's a business with him not reading that officer's report and about the killing at the police department. This man. But I can't help but think someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. No shit. Well, where should we begin? Well, isn't it obvious we should begin with, you know, that thing, the mystery of the victim. I'm asleep. Brr. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the chief of detectives desk. Oh shit! Oh, can we dip? I don't want to run into him.
And you're sure this is all? You know what it means if there is anything missing.
Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine.
I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you can call me right away. Deal?
Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. Chief of Detectives looks like a little flustered.
Ah, righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much?
Oh, ho, 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 Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? You have very ominous music, sir. I'm scared of you, sir. Can we talk? Is Edgeworth going to be okay?
Oh, Worthy? Well, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him.
Sounds like an inquisition.
Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year.
You mean the incident on Gourd Lake?
It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, righto?
Oh, scary. Yeah, get him out of here.
A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence.
Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence.
In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of a turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy.
What?
It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their own turf, too, I mean.
There being the prosecutors, Scientifically speaking, it's impossible.
Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says.
What evidence is this?
Now, Righto, I can't give away all of our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it.
I was expecting much anyway. I wasn't expecting much.
You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets, I can't stand them. But, you know, it's a full-time job, it's just keeping the chief of detectives trap shut.
Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier.
Huh? You saw that? Whoops.
I wonder what it was he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Okay. Shit, say less. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, you see over there, that's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure. Why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 22nd. Better make a note of that just in case. A half-written document dated 2/21 can only be submitted to the Chief of Police. Which is Gant. Ooh! I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. I'm trying! It won't let me in the evidence room! Am I tripping or what? Like... Up. There we go. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor.
Well, I never thought the day would come when Rido asked me for help.
I was wondering if we could get... I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. God, I'm so nasally.
Now, Rido.
Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all.
Rido, please. Do I look like a selfish man, Rido? Do I?
Huh?
Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out, please, by all means.
It just goes to show, you never know until you ask.
And for you, here, you can borrow this.
Huh. Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it?
Yeah. As a special card for guests, so don't lose it.
Yes, sir. It's an honor.
You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks.
That man scares me, dude. That man is a murderer. You know? It looks pretty cool on my label. Label? Huh? Doesn't it? Just think. A real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir. Because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a real bad influence. It's a place of bad influence on the girl. Finally, let's go, dude. Jesus Christ. Let's go. Can we go? Examine, bro. Go. Finally. I've been trying to get in here for like an hour. The evidence room is beyond that door. And now we have an ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader is turned off. See? What is that security guard thinking?
Howdy, partners. Well. What's made my Bambina sky so gray?
Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? Why?
What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon.
We're here to investigate the crime scene.
Yeah, that guard you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts, partner.
My nose itch.
Well, we're just standing there for... Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's waiting.
Thank you. Good looks. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions.
Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres.
You're busy, then.
Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you.
Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. I gotta clear my nose. I can't do these voices when I sound like this. These voices. Ugh, they're nuts. These voices are pretty cashiers, I'm not gonna lie. Dude, like, why would you make this long? None of the episodes were like this, dude. I was wondering if we could talk to you.
Sorry, Bambina, but I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on a wild prairie. Like a gunslinger loading a 6-shooter. I say a little prayer.
What the f was that? What was that? I think he was just too hungry to talk. You're just saying that because his stomach was growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. So let's get a move on. I was wondering if we could talk to you. So, oh shit. Yo. Yep. Okay, I remember. My bad. How could I forget? Yeah, give him the steak, dude. Give him the steak.
That smell. Reminds me of Texas.
So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas?
No. I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby?
Yeah, Miss Starr.
What's this?
What? What's wrong?
A filet steak lunch? I see. I see.
I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall.
Alright, Bambina. You win. Ask him... anything...
Finally, it seems like. He's willing to talk. Let's get it. Let's get it. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right?
You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us.
Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us.
Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy. I kept getting all his name wrong and calling him Meekly.
He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from a detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? He makes my throat hurt, real talk.
So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place?
Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed Zippy.
No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place.
You mean the security camera station?
I don't take much to machines, much. What? Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know?
Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was always a dream of mine to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now. Like a drinking hole in a prairie fire.
You're still investigating the SL-9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you?
That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened.
There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago.
2 days ago? The day of our case?
That's right. The evidence transferals.
Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. God damn, dude. I'm gonna be here for the rest of the day.
You know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do? I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do.
Oh, only 2 of them? There must be a dozen.
Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. This dude all of a sudden became Adam Driver's character from Logan Lucky.
Did you just say cauliflower to me?
Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours.
And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes?
I reckon they might be.
You're the security guard and you reckon?
One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card.
That's the card reader by the door. Duh. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card. Let's get it. All these, like, convenient things. That's dumb impossible. Okay, so either the previous video or earlier this video, I forget, but I did guess that someone killed Bruce Goodman around like 4:40, like 4:45, 4:30. So I think the real person is 8730579. Because like, you have to kill Detective Goodman, shove him in like Edgeworth's trunk, and then have Edgeworth drive a half hour like for 5:14. But at the same time, someone else checked in at the exact same time. Who's that? 49 what? Hey, I've seen that somewhere before.
Sorry, Bambina. I can't show you more than that.
Huh?
I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet.
Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Yes. Yes, you can. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about?
We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see?
So what happens to the evidence after 2 years?
It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February.
I see now.
Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever, dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated.
And that happened to SL-9 2 days ago. Okay, present him with this. See this? This is the victim's ID card.
Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot.
The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card report again. Look who checked in at 514, 5842189. Look, the fourth number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 514, right before the stabbing.
What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world.
So, when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So he asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. I really need to pay attention more. Like, I completely forgot everything that Meekins said. I'm so lost. Like, I can't retain any information. If he had his ID card, then why didn't he show it? Right.
Alright, compadre. You win. I guess I can give you this ID card report.
IDs of all who entered the evidence room on 221. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Tight. Can we please go to the goddamn evidence room? I'm now just entering the evidence room. I've been recording for an hour and a half. Me. Sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over with. So this is the evidence room. Finally! It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Yee!
Whoa!
Did you just smack Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So is it true what I heard?
Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate the room to your hearts. Knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true.
So, Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50? Even me?
Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today.
Just for today? Boss for a day?
But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day.
Gee, thanks.
First of all, you'll want to have this.
The evidence room floor plans. Scene of the stabbing of a detective at the police department. Evidence room. Oh, it's almost like I never left. Let's get it. What are we doing? So, Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day?
That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department.
But if you're the boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial.
In other words, you get kicked out of the investigation. Again.
I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal.
You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe?
Haha, of course. I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open?
I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? I read that horribly.
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today.
I see.
I guess this is what you call fate? I don't know. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case.
That case?
Yeah, that case. The SL-9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth.
Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. Evidence lockers.
This place is more high-tech than you might think, pal. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it.
Using their ID card?
Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost.
Yes, they can be. I'm still tripping over the fact that Bruce Goodman... No, never mind. Never mind. I forgot the fact that he was here like a half hour before Lana either found him or did something to him in the trunk. What's that? I don't think I read that previous one. Shit.
Why? I'm on my third card since entering the force already.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Haha.
Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint?
Exactly, pal.
The lock for each locker is coated with a fingerprint. Okay. I am interested to see if Bruce Goodman's is... What the f... So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny. They look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to handles, see? The handles? The other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, zap, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Why? What? Wouldn't you inform your employees about that? Maybe? Hello? That seems like, you know, important to tell them. Hey, here's how this works. Thanks. What? Only the assigned detective's prints can unlock it. Indicator lamp lights up when it's open. Evidence core. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to spray. You feel me? Hello. Hello. Whose locker is this? Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What? What? This? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans, then. Okay. Hello. That is a lot of blood. Conveniently in front of the open locker. That must have been one massive pool of blood. I've never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien. This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Can you shut up, dude? Yeah, we see that, even without the spray. I knew it! This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine. It's yours. Please. You have to help me. When they come to take me away, promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me. Won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down in the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. What the f- There's something sticking out of here. Yeah, what is it? It looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either.
Hey, if you're going to flame me, do it to my face, bitch. Pal.
I am not checking each individual locker. I probably should, but you know. What's this? Blood? It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. Oh, I didn't even see it look like that before. Excuse me. It looks like somebody tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright! What if there are other bloodstains left in the room? I already did this. What is that? Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps?
There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of hooligan.
That's apparently from The Case.
A case?
Trying to beat a case?
The SL-9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces here?
No. Another piece of SL-9 incidents. Take a closer look. I wonder what shape these pieces were before whatever it was broken? Were in before it was broken? You want to try and put it back together?
Ha! Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up.
That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Oh, f***. Sleep. Oh, we are missing a piece. Hello. I totally forgot what game I was playing. Huh? Well, I think we did it. But some of the pieces are missing.
Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it, of course.
Were some pieces stolen? But they were missing to begin with.
Still. Doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar.
I kind of understand how it got broken. Jar pieced back together from fragments found at the crime scene. A piece is missing. Where the hell is that at, then? Golly. Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit.
That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint.
Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that?
Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it.
It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Did I not just look at this? One, why are some of the pieces missing too? It doesn't seem a little unstable. No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. Alright. Why are they doing some... Yeah, I was gonna say, why are they doing some work in here? What is this saw and paint doing here?
Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression.
True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger. Oh, shit.
Well, you might say this is my studio.
Here? In the evidence room? I'm not surprised, bruh. I'm really not. What is that? Ooh, some more SL-9 evidence. A glove? So a glove, a knife, a broken knife, and a vase. That's wild. What the hell? Someone left a glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe. There you go, pal. Making me. Okay, so, that's evidence from the case. You mean SL-9? It does have a tag on it. Tag evidence from the SL-9 incident. Extremely thin rubber glove. This is about to be some O.J. Simpson. You're gonna have someone try it on. You know. This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams. I'm not sure about the dreams. Oof, I won't open. You really think it would? Hey, pal. Our security is high tech around here. Okay. They're gonna, yeah, I was gonna say, they're gonna say that for, like, every single locker. Yeah, see, it's already checked off. What is that? Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is.
Ah, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it.
Wait, I've seen that somewhere before.
Right, pal. That's that metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out in Gourd Lake, remember?
Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. Yeah, me too. Me too. And I don't think I've seen this one before.
Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later.
That cheap-looking box?
You can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart, pal.
Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Golly. Better him than us. Is that really necessary? Golly, we have so much evidence.
Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing.
That's fine.
You bet it's fine, pal.
Alright, well, how about this? Could you take a look at this? Golly. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing.
Ah, I heard the rumors. So, it was Goodman who came in here at the... Whoa.
What is it?
That second number.
It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? No way.
Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What?
Wait. That would make sense, actually. He even mentioned something on, like, the first day about there being, like, evidence transferal. So, I'm actually not surprised about this at all. What? What? IDs of all those who entered on. I'm sure my 21. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Oh, shit. Who was that, though? Who was that? 4989596. Who is that? Because they came in at 450 and then again at 514. Who is that? I'm trying to find out who that is. Oh, shit. Let me just say this is a blah, blah, blah. Okay.
This is my crowning achievement. My masterpiece, you might say. But art is always misunderstood, pal.
Art?
He was dancing proudly on the day of the awards ceremony. But there were a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony. so they took the Blue Badger away for a while. Really? Yawn.
Why?
Oh, they said it was shameful, or something like that. Shameful. I toiled night and day.
I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they moved him. Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade.
Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone.
Because of the SL-9 connection?
That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know.
2 years ago.
That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared.
But why would evidence from that case turn up now?
I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case.
Why am I tired? Coffee makes me tired, I swear.
That's the photo that Miss Starr took.
Anything you can tell us about it?
That Miss Starr is quite the lady. Why, I remember it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened.
16? That's how old I am now. I wonder what happened. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school, too.
You know.
Here we go.
Now that was a bloody, violent case.
Violent? So it was a murder?
A serial killing.
No way. A serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all.
But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him.
And this was 2 years ago?
That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight, and started the rumor mill.
Rumors? About forged evidence?
It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
Huh? What do you mean?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL-9 incident, see?
So, that switchblade knife?
The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker.
The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself?
Hey, pal. Look at the time.
Was there something you needed to be going to?
It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to go give them my report for the day.
What? What is that?
It might help, you know.
Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems?
Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him.
Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe?
I'm off, pal. Later.
You already know he's gonna come right back, because he forgot something. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Fuck. There's nothing to talk to you about, thank God. Actually, can you tell me about this?
The sheriffs back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. About the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand.
This is neither Wild nor West here.
Aha! But that and this are two different things entirely.
I guess so. Huh? I'm lost. Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. This is evidence! We need to go see Edgeworth. Whoopsies. Let's get it.
Edgeworth, my boy. It's the bellboy. What the f are you doing here? Of all people.
Ah, guests, my apologies.
Oh, it's you.
Have we met somewhere?
Huh?
Mr. Edgeworth, I beg you leave. So long.
Is Edgeworth here?
There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand.
Right. I think, like, this entire time, I've based his voice around, Byakuya Togami from Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. The English dub, obviously.
He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry?
I am.
By the way, Detective Gumshoe is looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow.
The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Dumbass.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him.
We got some things to talk about, bro. So how did the inquiry committee go?
Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Oh god, I'm tired.
This doesn't help.
Ever since that case 2 years ago.
Are you okay for the trial tomorrow?
Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However,
something happened?
They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results.
I see.
Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still... Wow, I've never seen him out of sorts. That's fucking wild, bro.
Yo, can I, can I ask you about this? Please? Can you explain this? Oh, right. I'd better check this now.
As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage. Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true.
Oh, he knows it happened. He put Goodman in his trunk. Why? Why? He knows. He knows.
Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police?
What is that?
He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it in here for the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. A116. 911V, huh? Upside down. Evidence from a past case of Edgeworth's brought back to his office by Gant's request. Unrelated evidence, screwdriver. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Right. Please, I am the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. What is this? Okay. I have 3 pages of evidence. That's wild. Come on. You have a locker. I already talked to him. Let me talk to Gant. I can talk to Gant, right? He's at the police department, isn't he? I don't want to talk to this dude. These episodes are dumb long. Shit, my bad. Oh, fuck. Yep. Okay, I didn't... you know what? Let's go. Sorry. The SL-9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the Deputy Chief of Police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too, then. He was the top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation. Probably because it was a serial killing, dude. It's kind of serious. In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't... Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then. Oh my fucking god. How is this, like... Oh god. I can't skip this either. I don't think I can, pick individual games. I have to finish the first game, then it lets me play the second game. I think that's how this is working. You know? Well then. You might have use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints! It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well, huh? Recovers fingerprints from handprints for comparison with fingerprint file. Fingerprinting is set in fingerprint file received. Okay. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Yes, 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 yes! Let's go. Let's head back to the storage room. Or the evidence room, rather. Yep. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Got him. Here! In this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Okay. Right. Let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Let's just choose, oh, the thumb. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. I was staring to get that sparkle in her eye, starting to get that sparkle. First, we need to sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With enter. Or like A. Whatever. Ah, it looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? How do I do that? With E. Give me game controls. Please? How do I get game controls? Exciting, I know. Imagine, you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. Might take some getting used to, though. It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting. I guess I'd better give it a try. Big thick. Aha! You did it! You found one! Where? How is this a fingerprint? But this looks... That's what I'm... Oh, this is where we use the little duster for. Okay, okay. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. What the fuck? What? The person who left this fingerprint must have worn gloves. That's interesting. You had me do a tutorial for nothing. Don't tell me we've been... That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely... It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Oh yeah, I see it. Hello. Thick. Let's go. Move. We did it. Let's go. Bro, give me the fingerprint. Big thick. Come on. We did it. Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet. This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. and point out the person you think left these prints.
Huh? How am I supposed to do, how am I supposed to know who it is? Who's...
It's late. I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So, whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker?
Didn't Detective Gumshoe say it was his?
Yeah.
He said it was his locker. I remember that. He's 30? How old is Gant? I should have checked.
Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look.
I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what?
Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. I guess they never miss, huh?
You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. I really appreciate it. Can we go to trial now?
Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room.
Let's check it out. I remember where it was. It is... Right? Yeah, right. Okay, I guess I just had to select it. God, I really do not think.
Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, want to try using this?
There go her eyes sparkling.
Check for print. Why ask me? Check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you something first.
What?
The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too.
Fuck! So that means no prints.
Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high?
Don't ask me that.
Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away.
Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Okay. What the fuck? Okay. Just spam A. We'll get it. We found one. Awesome, dude. We got it. No, who the hells is this? This is Goodman, for sure. False. That's dumb interesting. No way. That is dumb interesting. This man is not telling us something. Ooh.
Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall?
Found on a bloody handprint left in the evidence room, the print has been wiped away. Oh, he's not telling us something.
That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime.
Emma, this is the decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. What? The luminol reaction, the blood, and the fingerprints are in the same place.
Oh. Oh.
So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. That's fire. I'm gonna forget that.
But why would Officer Marshall...
It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence.
I don't believe it. What the fuck? Oh my god, these take forever, dude. This video is about to be so long. This is forever. Yo. Oh my. This is heat. I couldn't tell you what happened. Who killed Detective Bruce Goodman? That's what I want to know. Who would have killed Detective Bruce Goodman? On the case, the serial killing case, SL-9, it was Angel Starr, Jake Marshall, Damon Gant, and Bruce Goodman. They were all in charge of that investigation or, like, case 2 years ago. All of a sudden, it's evidence transferal day, and Bruce Goodman ends up dead. That is very confusing. We have a blood stain, a bloody handprint blood stain that has been wiped away that belongs to Jake Marshall in the evidence room where Bruce Goodman was apparently killed. We have Angel Starr's dumbass who, like, basically took us for a ride with her multi-changing testimony. We have Damon Gant. What is he even doing? He's trying to make it seem like these cases aren't connected, and he's being very lax about it. I'm curious to see what that man's involvement is. Why did it seems like they killed Bruce Goodman, but why? But like, who did it? Did Bruce Goodman kill himself? Okay. Bruce Goodman was stabbed with Edgeworth's knife. That is Edgeworth's knife, which apparently is found in the trunk of his car. They're trying to frame Edgeworth. Again, I'm probably wrong and I'm probably gonna forget that, but you know, this is something else. This is wild. This game is crazy. This episode is dumb, obnoxious long, just because of a new feature for, like, the Nintendo DS. Unbelievable. Anyway, I am continuing this to continue the Ace Attorney series, because I completely forgot it was a series. I am doing Infamous First Light to finish up the Infamous series. If you haven't checked out my previous Infamous playthroughs, please go check that out under the playlist tab under my channel. I am also doing Control. I know it's a little late, but it's still a relatively new game, and I'm loving it so far, so check that out as well. Over on my Twitch, I am streaming my Grounded playthrough for The Last of Us, my 100% playthrough for Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, as I am doing the Assassin's Creed series 100%, and I am streaming Death Stranding every now and again. That's not a huge priority, but I have like 3 games going on here on my YouTube and 3 games going over on my Twitch, so if you want to see me play any of that stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel here on YouTube or going to follow me over at Twitch with the link in the description. If you liked the video and you want to see me continue Ace Attorney, please leave a thumbs up, comment what you think of this dumb long episode of Ace Attorney, and share it to your social medias. You know, thank you for watching, and have a good day, /night, /whatever.